When you hear the term Genesis, your mind might probably go to the rock band with Phil Collins and co. But in this video, I want to change that mind of thought and prove to you why Genesis should be one of the most talked about car brands in the industry. Because this is the GV80, a 7-seater luxury SUV, which is their flagship model. And there's no wonder with this striking design. It has a very signature front grille and that quad headlight design. Now, across the Genesis range, we have this whole sort of look and almost style about it. It brings a real character. And you might not see many of these out on the road, but they're fairly new brands in the UK and a brand which I think is going to go places. And when it comes to the GV80, when you think about what you want out of a 7-seater SUV, you want style, you want comfort, and ultimately you want luxury. And this car brings all that. And the interior of the GV80 certainly speaks for itself. It has that grand center console, the nice little startup on, and this 14.5 infotainment screen, which is one of the largest out there on the market. The whole layout of it just screams luxury. And what adds to that luxurious feel is the way you control it. On this dial, you don't have to reach across, you don't have to be stretching, you can remain in complete comfort and access it using this. Now this comes with your built-in navigation, also Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, which can be easily accessed by plugging your phone in down here. That also houses your wireless charging. Multiple driving modes, you have more sort of dials for your volumes, for your different radio channels, a nice little crystallized gear shifter here, 2 cup holders and an abundance of storage in the center console. Coming to the seats, and obviously they're going to be fully electric, they're also heated and cooled. You also have that nice pattern with a contrasting white and black stitching, panoramic sunroof which can be opened both the front and back using the buttons here. And when it comes to the drive, you have adaptive cruise control with lane keep assist, just making it that much easier out on the road. And when it comes to the back seats, that sense of luxury is personified. The fact you have your same climate controls as the front, you've got heated seats in the back, and the fact that it's not just some small climate controls, exact same style as the front. You also get an abundance of room, you have the same style seats. You have a fold down tray table, and you don't have them awkward pop out ones, so you don't have the cup holders in the center armrest. But the cup holders actually are displayed as so. Luxury personified. Now with this being a 7-seater, you're obviously going to want to make it easy for your rear passengers. And Genesis have really captured that spirit of making a 7-seater that's really accessible. You have a button down here on the seat, press it, and the seat automatically moves for itself. How easy is that? The fact that it's a 7-seater, it's luxury throughout and has a lot of space. This is a 7-seater not to be looked over. And when it comes to the rear of the car, that signature Genesis style is really shown here in abundance. Likewise, you have them quad rear lights, the massive Genesis logo in the back, and also the 4-wheel drive and the 3-litre diesel, because this is a 3-litre engine. It's a rather powerful car. It's going to be heavy. It's a 7-seater. This has very good performance stats, let me tell you. Now, when it comes to the boot space, obviously, it's a grand car. It's massive. It kind of looks a bit like a tank out on the road. You have an abundance of space, obviously with the rear seats folded down. When they're folded up, you still get a decent amount of space. When it comes to the actual third row, then 2 seats, it is a very nice place to be. You have 2 cup holders. You also have nice little storage compartments and air vents to the sides. Overall, this could be one of the most luxurious 7-seaters out there on the market. This really is going places. And for likewise, you compare it to the 3 German brands out on the market, this fares very well. So then, that was a quick look at the Genesis GV80, their flagship model out of their range, a grand 7-seater. There's no doubt that this has a strong argument to be the best 7-seater out there on the market. You might not see the Genesis badge out there on the roads, but trust me when I say Genesis is a car brand that is certainly going in the right direction, and be prepared to see more of this badge out on the road.